We are live. So I'm just going to take 2 seconds to make sure that I see myself, that I can see you guys. So I'm not going to start right away. We're just going to give it a few minutes until you guys find me. And, and then we're going to start chatting and working on today's project. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going to make sure that, I'm live. And for that, I have to check my phone. It should be live. It should be live, but you never know. So give me 1 second. Like I said, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just making sure that, okay, I'm live. I can see myself. So, hello, everyone. Okay, so I see you guys. Hello, everyone. I am Natalie D'Souza. I'm part of the design team, and I'm going to be your host today for the next hour and a bit and show you a new idea using this month. This is the August 2024 Hip Kit. My God, I was going to say collection, but it's not. It's the subscription. So, I'm gonna work with mixed media, and it might be like a scary thought. So I'm gonna ease you into it. Okay. So just in case like you guys are like I know it's like might be early where you're watching from, or it might be like late where you're watching from, or it's just your lunchtime. I am coming to you from Toronto, Canada, so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. As always, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to know where you are. Like I said, if you're watching live, thank you for joining us. If you're watching like on replay, totally understandable. Like I said, we're trying to go worldwide, and that means that it might be a different time. So I see a few people that I know here. They're part of the design team. I know Nena's here. Hola, Nena. And Manasa, she's part of the design team too. So we're gonna wait. I know Kimberly is gonna be here. She might be a little bit late, but she's gonna come and help us, and so she can give you some links and stuff like that. Everything that I'm going to use, it's in this month's kit. I have a few tools that I have to pull, but nothing that you don't have access to. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna ease you into it because the world of mixed media, it could be, it's huge, it could be messy, and for some people it's scary. I love it. Um, but it does require some like drawing time and things like that. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go with something that is gonna give you confined um mess in a way. So so if you have OCD like I do sometimes, then this is gonna help you like just see what you can do with it. And you're not gonna use a lot of product. So you're gonna use what is in this month's kit, in the color kit. I am going to bring a few things from my stash because, I'm just gonna need a few things, but I think you're gonna like it. And again, I have the idea. I tried something like, before this. Um, I had talked to Kimberly before and I said, you know what, mixed media is a little bit hard to show because it requires drawing time. So I said, but let me come up with some ideas. So I come up with an idea that I think you guys are gonna enjoy. Um, if you've done mixed media and you've done a lot of like, print pulling using oh, what's the name? She skips my mind right now because if you're using like a job plate, then we're going to work on creating something. I'm gonna say we're gonna create a monoprint. We're gonna fake it. Okay. I'm gonna show you a way if you don't have a job plate, which is, something that it's like, something that is very relaxing and very experimental. If you don't have one, I'm gonna show you a way to cheat it, the look of it. So I'm going to flip the camera because I am going to need the time. Like I said, I have the idea in my brain, but I have a lot of ideas working right now. I know what my background is supposed to look like, but we're gonna see. So I'm gonna flip the camera. It takes 1 second. It takes one button for my program, and we get started. So you probably hear me better because I'm closer to the microphone now. So let me just tie my hair, and we're gonna show you. And like I said, Kimberly will be here. She's a little bit late. But she'll be here. So I've tied my hair, and I have my stuff here. I have my kits here. I have the basic kit, and I have the also my Project Live kit here. But I'm gonna set it aside. I don't need it for now. Like I said, we're gonna be working, and I'm gonna show you what I have here. We're gonna be working with this month's color kit, especially the inks. So what I had in mind, like I said, is we're going to cheat a monoprint. And if you ever seen like, a gel print, then you know that it is based. I'm bringing my glass back. It's gonna make it easier for me. And you're gonna see that it's well loved because I use it a lot. It literally creates something like this. Okay, so you're gonna see like it gives you like a ghost impression of something you put on top. And it is something that you must do with time. It's something that is very experimental and it's unique in a way that no two prints are alike. That's what it's called monoprint. So I know that not all of you have access to a gel plate, and trust me, I will not want to teach a gel plate live. It's a little bit like tricky. It takes time. So I'm going to show you a way to cheat the look using the kit. So first things first, I am going to need paper. I am using for my project today, for my background, I am using something that's smooth and that is going to hold the ink pretty nice. I am going with mixed media paper from Vicky Boutin. I have tons of this. I love it. But if you don't have something like this, you can go with regular cardstock. Try to go with something that's smooth, meaning that I don't have a texture to it. And you want to go with something that is also a little bit on the heavier side. So this paper here is 140 pounds, and that means that it's like thick cardstock. If you want to use watercolor, go ahead, use watercolor. It does have a little bit of a texture, so it is not gonna give you the same result that I might achieve. And like I said, all these projects that I'm gonna if you decide to do this, it's not gonna have the same look that I do. It is going to be a little bit different. Even if I were to pull it twice, I wouldn't get the same look. So just keep that in mind in case you're gonna ask me after why does my project, even if I try twice to create this background, it will not look the same. So just so you like I said, that's one of the reasons why you call it monoprint. You only get one out of it. So just cleaning the edge, I'm gonna cut a little bit more. Oh, I think this paper is a little bit. Here we go. So I have it. Let's make sure. So around 12 inches. Maybe I cut a little. Yeah, that's fine. So I move my little thing here out of the way. And the first thing I want to do, like I said, mixed media, always people think, oh, it's going to be like, it's really messy and everything. So a lot of people shy away from it because they're like, I don't like the messy look. I'm not a fan of it. I don't hate it. I do kind of love it sometimes, but it depends. But a way to make sure that it's nice and clean is to actually kind of confine it. And what I mean by that is, cut it into smaller pieces or things like that. So I'm going to give you an idea for that. So you're going to need either thick washi tape or I'm using this. If you have post-it tape, post-it tape, it will work too. I'm going to create a frame around my paper. So I'm going to help myself with a ruler. And I think I want to make sure I want just my mixed media to be in the center and I want the wideness around it. So I'm going to stay around 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch. I think I want to go an inch inside. And that's what I brought this, because then this is super thick tape, but I'm going to make sure that I glue it onto my page. So let me just keep it in place there. And I'm going to cut this in half probably. So, you know what? I'm going to use the other one. I have thinner one too. So let me just take two steps forward. There we go. I have the thinner one. So I think this one is an inch wide. Yeah. So I'm going to see if I got an inch or want to go an inch and a half. That's the reason why I'm debating here. I'm gonna go an inch and a half. So I'm going to move my half an inch. Let's go an inch. 3/4 of an inch. So here we go. And I'm gonna hold it onto my page here. So I get here. I left 3/4 of an inch from the edge, and I'm gonna leave 3/4 of an inch here too. I'm gonna create a frame. You can do this with watercolor if you want to. Like I said, if you want to do it in watercolor paper, you're gonna get a similar look, but there is texture in watercolor paper. This paper is smooth, so, and it's heavy, so it's not gonna give me that. And washi tape, you can use washi tape for this part here. It will work, not a problem. Just go with something white. So you wanna create that frame, that whiteness at the edge. I'm just trying to make it straight because I'm gonna make it straight, it's gonna kill me. There we go. Now the top two, 3/4 of an inch. I think that's about it. Sure. Wait, here we go. Here we go. Straight. Okay. So I've masked my base. Now, what I decided to do, and like, if you see here, well, I'll play with this quite a bit. So see like designs. I am actually using something to create my back. And this is the Stitchable Scallop Circle Infinity die set. And it creates like this little kind of flowery frame, and there's the circles that go inside. 5x3 is the biggest, 3x6 is the medium one, and 1.8 is the small one. These are in inches. So I went ahead, and this is something that I had in my stash, and I have played with it before, so I know it works. And I'm using masking tape. I actually cut my some of these circles out of masking tape. And what masking tape is, if you're a card maker, then you know what it does. What it does, it actually kind of masks anything that you stamped or you color, so you can create, let's say, a bunch of florals just by stamping. So you have that dimension without having to, like, stamp on top of each other. That's what masking tape does. So I have two different kinds that I like. One is from Gina K and the other one is from Altenew. And the reason it depends on size. So I went ahead and cut some of this. You're gonna see that I have quite a few here. So I'm gonna create the design on the background because I want some of these pieces to remain white. I'm gonna cover so that I have the whiteness of the paper in the background. So I have these large pieces, and I'm just gonna set up my pattern here. So try to see how it goes. I want to create something that kind of runs in the middle here. Okay. So these large pieces, I want to set them to the side. Remember, my mixed media is only going to go here, nothing outside here. I just want it here. So I'm just gonna, and you see I've already stamped on it here. I had some other ones. Go overlap them a bit here. I have the Gina K ones here. I think that's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna bring some little ones. Oh, I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm not gonna go with the circles. I'm gonna stay with the flowers. So I have one that I have a piece. Put it right here. I think I got another one. It's right here. I want to put it over here. So you see my pattern right there? So now here's the fun part. I'm gonna peel and stick. So let's go in order. Stick this one. You might see me like, struggle with these parts because I'm taking the backing of the paper. Okay, so we're gonna set it again. Gonna say around there. And this is one of the reasons why you want smooth cardstock on the back. And if you don't have smooth, then you have like just regular cardstock, you might want to consider adding a little bit of gesso to it, so you have like that smooth surface. How about first one? These ones are easier. Like I said, you can play with this. Even if I try to do a second time, it's not gonna look the same. So right here, a little bit off. It's gonna keep the negative parts here. So with the next one, I'm gonna put it right there. Take the backing. And set it in place. Kind of right there. Press. I don't mind the overlapping. So this one has like a little line here. So if it looks scary, it's not. Trust me, I'm gonna make it easier for you. Like I said, we're gonna cheat monoprinting. Literally, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cheat it. If you have a gel plate and you like, are like really good at it, then go ahead and pull it out. You can use your inks for that. One of the things, though, I do want to have this smooth. And really, what masking tape is like super thick washi tape or like low tech tape that is just going to literally mask the area in the shape that you put it. So pull this one out. That's the only part that's going to take me longest. Spilling this part out. Oh. Here, this here. Mm-hmm. See that because the hardest part is this peeling the backing. There you go. Go. Put it right at the corner so just a little bit of this shows up. Okay. I have another piece here. If you have never done this and it looks scary, trust me, it's not scary. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh, that wasn't hard. It is not. Just kind of looking at my design, put it here. And take this one, which is my last one. Just trying to see if I was like, see this, like I said, this is the hardest part, is peeling the masking tape. There we go. And I want this one, let me see, maybe by zigzagging here. Okay. So I'm gonna just lightly press it. These little dots, I had them all over my floor today. I had to sweep a few times. So we're ready. Okay, what you're going to need is the brayer, which is this kind of a roller. If you're a stamper, you probably have it. And it's sorry about the noise, it's just crazy why. And you're gonna see that there's a lot of color in it because it's really well loved in this house. So if you have like a mat like this, then you can add your ink here, then it works. If not, then you have something like this, which is an inking pad or an inking palette. And usually what it is just like the back of your stamp, or like a large version of it. I like working with it. Like I said, but if you have a craft mat, it will work. I just enjoy working with this. It just makes my job a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna take it out. Set it here. Okay, let me just clean up a bit here so it doesn't look messy and it's gonna drive me insane. Okay. And I'm gonna bring my inks. Clean up a bit here. There we go. So press here. I'm going to start with apricot, which is the second color in this family. And I also have like a little ink blending brush just in case. But I'm going to start with apricot. So literally what I'm going to do is just ink on my, like I said, you can ink here too, but I'm going to ink on my palette here. Okay, so you can go ombre, you can go, I was thinking maybe I'll go a little bit of the ombre side, but I need something that is going to mark this. So I'm not going to go with the lightest, I'm going to go with the second or third color, which is apricot and clementine. So let's start with apricot then. You want something that when you put it on, we're gonna take it on my little brayer. I'm gonna roll it here. And if you hear the little, and there's ink on my, it looks like there's no ink, but once I put it down, I'm gonna start here and keep going. And that's gonna create that look of like dried paint, which is literally how you create a monoprint. You put paint in your plate and then you go at it to create ghost impressions or your prints. So I don't mind if there's lines at the back. That's okay. That doesn't bug me. I'm gonna go one way only. I'm not sure what happens if I go the other way. Doesn't really matter. You just wanna have like an even coverage. Remember, the darker the ink, the more whatever you mask is gonna show on the background. So with the second application, and if I get it from here too, even though like it looks like you're getting a lot of ink, there's not that much because you're putting it in the brayer. So let's go at it again. more of this ink. So just, okay, so I'm telling you about the braid. The braid is really like a roller. That's what it is. And if I have hair in it, then the hair will, create the print too. So all I'm doing is stretching the ink on my roller so it like covers the entire roll. And then I'm gonna start like kind of on the washi tape and move it in. If you see those lines, I'm okay with that. If I wanted to make it like, all even, then I will go with a thick, like a wider braid. I want a brayer. I think this is like only like 3 inches. I should have brought my 6 inch, but then I don't have like a plate that's that big. Okay, so just gonna keep applying thing. Give me one, I gotta pull my dog outside in one. Okay, go. Sorry, I have like a senior dog that needs like, to be taken out at all times. He is 14 years old. He just turned 14. So he can walk that much and he needs to go do his necessities on a regular basis. So we transform our balcony into a dog park. So it's easy for him to go. So I just gotta open the door for him. And I'm just gonna keep adding my ink here. My son is in the room, he's 6, so I know that he's not gonna come and join me for this. So I'm just gonna keep adding a little bit more ink. I'm gonna go a little bit on the vertical just to cover some of those lines. Sorry about the noise that this thing is making. I want to make sure that there's enough ink around what I've masked so that when I lift it, I have the background, like, I have that scallop look on the back. Add a little bit more ink in some areas. A bit more ink. I might go with something a little bit. I'm gonna bring a little bit of peach fuzz, which is one of the lightest colors. That's the lightest color, and go like a second coat on top of it. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. You have a job plate. I have quite a few job plates. They get loved. They're very well loved, but it is something that is like, if you get into the swing of it, it could be very addictive, like very, very addictive. Because you start looking like, the more, again, like everything, it's like riding a bike. The more you ride it, the more practice you get, the better you get at it. And there's a lot of things that you can do with that job plate, like a lot of things, a lot of techniques. So once you learn, like, the amount of paint or ink that you need to create your monoprint, you cannot put it down unless, like, that was my case. But I know a lot of people that have taken classes and they're like, I love my job plate. It's very relaxing because it never looks the same. It always looks different. It creates, you can put a lot of things into it without even thinking about it. That makes it look a lot of fun. And I say, if you decide to play with it, there is a few classes out there. Check them out. It is one of the funnest things to play with. And the things that you can create, it's amazing. So here we go. So you really see like there's like those little lines of the brayer. Dig that part. Like, it's nice. So I'm gonna lift one up so you see what it looks on the back. Okay, so you have that look there. So again, you can like, go back and put it here. So what I'm going to do right now, just be careful. I'm going to put a little bit of water. I can lift it up right now and say, I'm done. And that's pretty much mixed media. I'm going to close the door so you don't hear the noise. It will be coming home soon. So I have a little bit of water here. I have my spray bottle, but I want like fine mist. Then I kind of drip it here. And I'm gonna let it sit for a tiny little bit. And this is one of the reasons why I say use heavy cardstock, because the water is gonna eat into the paper. Literally, that's what the water is doing right now. It's gonna eat up the ink. So it's like soaking into the paper. If you don't have like thick paper like what I'm using, or your paper is not yeso, your paper is gonna buckle. Like unfortunately, it is what happens. This paper is gonna hold it. You're gonna see that I'm not lifting my mask yet. I'm just gonna eat some of the ink. Set this aside. I'm gonna get a tissue paper. This is just tissue, and I'm gonna put it there and blot the excess one. So in some areas you're gonna see that it shows, in some areas it doesn't, and I'm okay with that because we're gonna layer more on it. Okay. So here we go. Even though I like this, I want to add a second layer. So I'm gonna lightly lift. Let me see what else I have here. I have a few more pieces. I have two more of this. So what I'm going to do, I am going to lift this one here. I am gonna put it over here. Okay. I have a second one, and you're gonna see that it's gonna start moving. I'm gonna get a second one here. And I'm gonna cut it in half actually, because I don't need that much. Okay, so I don't waste them. And my sticky parts here, I'm gonna put it maybe right here. Let's see. I don't want to overcrowd this either. But I think I want to create something that goes here. Okay, and the other half, which I have here, I'm gonna peel it again. The only thing is mixed media gets slippery. So you're gonna see that some things are gonna lift here right now. Kind of put it right here. Okay. Just gonna look at the design, what it looks like. Okay. I'm okay with it. Again, let's go back with the ink. I'm gonna do is my brayer is semi-clean. I'm just gonna press this so it attaches to the paper. Okay. And we're gonna go again with the ink. A tissue out of the way. So we're gonna layer pieces right now. Again, your ink, stretch it, and we're gonna go on. I'm gonna go in this area here that where I added the second piece. I'm gonna darken that a bit more. You're gonna see it. So you should see two different colors of my layering pieces. I see like a little hair here, and it's like driving me a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. I'm gonna go with a little bit of clementine. Dampen it. Get it here. Should I stretch your ink really well? And I'm gonna go up here. There we go. And give it more ink. You're gonna see I'm gonna start crisscrossing my strokes. So when like from left to right, I'm gonna start going up and down from top to bottom here. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more. I think that's as dark as I'm gonna go. So just a little bit more. Basically in the areas where I added that extra one, I'm gonna add a little bit here, and a little bit to hide that. You see, you see the shape, but you see a little bit of like shadow to it, color, that's okay. So here we go. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take some of the ink here and go with some of the darker colors. So I have clementine and persimmon. I don't know how you say it. Sorry about that. Get some water. I have my spray here. Get my brush. Okay, I'm gonna get some of this onto the back of my background. Just splattering some of the ink. Get some of the other color. And this is gonna eat away the ink that's sitting there already and bring extra color. That's all I'm doing. Just get a little bit more heavy in some parts. Okay, let's see a few more splatters. Even though I went to the white, that's okay. It doesn't bug me. Well, it does bug me, but not that. Okay, so I have enough. Clean my brush. I'm gonna clean my plate here. This is a baby white. I'm letting the ink sit a little bit here so it eats away from like the water, sorry. So it eats away the ink at the bottom until I clean up. And then it turns this in the garbage right there. Move my palette another way. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So I'm just letting the ink. I'm gonna take my little paper, blot the excess moisture. And you want something that is smooth. If you put something that has texture, the texture will go onto the ink. And all I'm doing is just, I'm not going like around, I'm just pressing to soak up the excess water. Okay, so here we go. Think I have it. Cross fingers. Just start with the top. And we have one. Like a light there, so let's go in layers. Just be careful. I think if you see like two different tones. Let's see, let me go here. There we go. Just going like the part you have to be careful because the paper is gonna peel. That's what I say. You wanna use heavy cardstock for this. There we go. So pull this one out. Spin this one out. Gotta be careful and have my little scraper here. And even if I tried, I don't think I'll be able to, like, do this a second time to look the same. So mixed media is like one of a kind kind of situation. So when I just kind of rip it, it's gonna make it easier for me to fill it out. If you're careful, you can reuse this, but to me right now, I don't need to reuse it. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. There we go. And so I'm gonna take this one here, attach to my base. I have one more to go. Right here. To be careful, because I added like, you can see, I'm just being careful that I don't peel the paper at the bottom. I'm able to clean it up. There we go. Slowly. There we go. Let me just bulb it up. My garbage here. What I'm gonna do right now is get my brush, the lightest color ink, which is peach fuzz. I'm gonna get some of this. Let's darken a little bit of some areas, especially the corners. Remember, I'm creating a frame, so I'm just gonna darken some of this up. And I'm gonna go with the lightest color. I don't wanna go with the darkest color. I already have layers of color underneath. So I'm just gonna go with the lightest color just to darken my corners a bit. Because I wanna make sure that when I peel this out, you can see that it's a frame. Yeah, here. Add it with my brush here. Just a little bit here at the corner. And all I'm doing right now is accenting the design, like the frame on the background, just a bit. So I'm gonna go right on the corners mostly. If some of it shows on the outside, it's okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna check your comments because I don't see any comments coming in. So let me just make sure that I can see them. Okay, I can see them now. A little bit more here. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna peel the frame. And our background is done, and that's as easy as it wasn't hard. And so let's see in order. This one was the last one, but it's the first one that comes out. Again, be careful because your paper will peel. Okay, so put it back on here. Should we go to the garbage? So let's see. The next one is this one here. And so I have another one. The next one is this one here. I think, yeah. Okay, that's not gonna. And then this one here is the last one. Oh, there we go. I just need to toss this. Give me 1 second. I have the garbage right next to me there. Okay, takes 1 step. So I have my background. Gonna quickly clean my area here so I don't, contaminate anything else because I probably will do. If you want it darker, go ahead. I don't think I want to go any darker than that. So mixed media, easy mixed media, nothing complicated. I have my background. It looks like I put a lot of effort, which I didn't. So I have my background. Let me just take my glass mat away. Okay, so, not bad. Okay, so now I have my background. I have a frame. It's not overwhelming because it's not all over the place. It's confined to just this area. So you have a lot of breathing space in it. Because I'm using heavy cardstock, my paper is not, folding or anything like that. One of the things that I am going to add right now and that pull from my stash because I want it to dry a little bit. Sorry, you're gonna hear it. It's a little bit of gold ink. And I have this like gold ink, whatever you have. This, for some reason, takes a little bit longer to dry on this paper, so I'm going to apply it right now. Put it in some areas, not everywhere. And it's dying. I have a lot of other ones, but this is just a generic one. So just want a little flecks of gold on my back. See, like I'm kind of like trying to follow a little bit of a shape here. So zigzagging. Here. And what I'm going to add to this is a little bit of white ink. So if you don't have white ink, get a little bit of just generic acrylic paint, white acrylic paint with a little bit of water or gesso diluted. That's pretty much what white ink is. I don't want much, just a few, especially at the corners here. This is the part that like these little inks are the ones that take the longest to dry. The ink is pretty much on the paper. One thing though is mixed media gets things very slippery. So I'm gonna have to use quite a bit of glue to get everything attached. But I'm done. Okay. You guys see, it's not gonna show that much. I'm gonna show it closer to you. So there you go. So, and I'll set that aside to dry. But I have a few options for picture right now. So you see, like I already have my design on the background. I have a lot of circles going on. So I want to go with something that is rectangular or square so that it kind of pops from the background. So I have a few pictures. Again, this is all my family. So thought about this one, kind of like this. I don't want to hide what I did either. So I am going to go with something a little bit smaller, probably. That's my husband and our two kids who are not kids anymore. They're adults. So I kind of like this one. And I also like this one of my mom and my daughter. So I'm just trying to think which one. And I was thinking color, but I think it's really big for what I have. So I'm gonna go with something a little bit smaller. So what I created on the background actually, looks nice. So I think I want to go with this one. Oh my daughter. Just trying to I think I want to go with this, something a little bit smaller. So this one I think is a 3x4. Yeah, it's a 3x4. And I print them always with a white frame. I like that look. Let's see how we're doing on time. Let me take a drink. Oh, we're doing fine. Sorry, I was a little bit thirsty. So I'm just gonna bring back my little and blot the excess. And the other thing I'm gonna show you right now is that when you use like what I have here is like a white acrylic paint with some water. So it has a little bit of texture. So you're gonna see when I lift it, I don't know if you can see it, the white paint, it actually creates like this bubble effect. It doesn't go flat. It creates kind of a little bit of texture on the background. So I love it. So I want my picture to sit right here. I gotta be careful what I put. I don't want to overwhelm the page. Okay, so I'm going to, and this is as far as I plan. From now, we're just gonna play with paper. So I'm gonna get my paper and have it here on the side. I need to clean up. In 1 second, I have to clean up my palette here so it's dried. So, okay. I don't know if you guys, I don't like, I am not blessed with a craft studio. I know some of you guys, I so lucky to have one. Maybe when my kids move down, that's a years in the making, years not happening. So, eventually, they'll move out. So maybe I can clean my room at that time. For now, the dining room, living room is my craft space. So I'm going to bring some of the papers here. And we're going to audition paper together because, like I said, this is as far as I planned. No, not really. I have more ideas, but I don't want to add a lot more because I don't want to hide it. And then the thing that is bugging me is like I see this, here. So, but it's not going to. I want it there. It just creates like, the perfect spot. You have all that movement. Plus you have little spots for like embellishing. So let's collect some of the, let me move this to the side. Some of the paper here. And I don't think I'm going to use basics. I'm going to go with some pattern. So, yeah. What do we have here? You see that I've used a few of this already. So I'm going to go with something that's going to contrast. I don't want to bring orange. I want something that's going to contrast it to the background. So I think something like blue. This is nice. Let's see. That's a nice color for that. Let's see something a little bit more on the neutral side. I like this. This brings all the colors together. I don't want to overwhelm the page with a lot of orange. So I'm going to go with things that contrast. So I like those two. Let me look at the project glass paper. Looking at what we have here. Like I said, I'm thinking of something more on like the orangey, not the orangey, kind of pink. So I know that I saw paper here. I like these cards. I like that card. So let's clean up. I don't know if you guys work like me. I'm like, I move and I clean up as I go because my table happens to be magical. Sometimes it eats things like, and by eating it, I misplace them and then I don't know where I put it. So I find that by doing this for quite a few years now, if I clean as I go, then I know where I'm putting stuff. I really like this because it's going to bring some of the pink. I'm going to trim it off. I have my little guillotine handy. I'm going to set my background to the side so that can let you know. I'm going to take off this card. So let's go with that. I do want to keep it like, because it's girly, I want to keep the pink here. But it's going to see. Let's put this part here. Start building this layout. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little piece of cardstock just because I want my picture to pop. So I'm gonna do that by adding something like, think of it as a layer, something that's gonna make the picture pop. And this is what I'm gonna use. Like I said, I am pro using whatever's left over from other projects. And this was my trial. So I'm gonna cut this to put the um, again, remember, mixed media is slippery. You're gonna need quite a bit of tape for the next layer. So that already adds a little bit of dimension without bulk. Here we go, we're gonna glue it there. I'm just gonna frame my picture with this. So I'm not cutting anything yet because I don't know. No. But if I fit, then I'll bring. I know that I'm not gonna go any further than this. But here. So I like that. I am going to bring, let's see, a piece of this. I think I want to go with something light. So I'm just playing with some. Let me trim it because I don't need that much. What's this here? Thinking it's something that's gonna make it pop. So I'm just here. Too light. Too much powder. I'm going with something that's a little bit more on the solid side. So I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. And I'm gonna use my pair of scissors with this. Okay, a little bit on the long distance. Oh. And this paper here is Follow Your Heart. And the other one was from the 3x4, 4x6 card. So I want it here. I want it a little bit off the page. So I can trim the excess for now. Make it a little later. It's gonna run my nail through it a bit. I need to elongate it this way. So to do that, I am going to actually sit right there. I'm gonna go into my embellishment kit. And I like this fabric borders. I think I can pull it this way, especially because they have the scallop edge. So I think it's gonna match what I have on the background. Let me get something that kind of works with this. Let's see. So I want it a little bit off the page right there. Want to bring the green or want to keep it orange? Let's see. Or the flowery one. Let's do the smart thing. I'm going to separate it into pieces. I don't think I want to go yellow. I think I'll go with the flowery one. I'm just going to trim that one out. It has all the colors, so I think it's a good choice for this. Or if not, if it's too busy, then we just use the next one. So I'm going to play with this. I don't like that. Bring something that brings a little bit of another color. So I have blue, I have some of that pink. I already have all these colors. I think I want to bring a little bit of the green. Let me just see. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Or yeah, I want to stay away from the orange. It's quite a bit already. Take some of this out. There we go. I'm just going to just see how much I need. I'm not gonna go all the way. I cut it right here. Excess. Nothing is glued to the paper yet. I'm just playing with things. Like I said, everything is blocked, so I'm gonna go with something that is gonna break this look and kind of stand it to the, from the left to the right. I kind of like that there. And then I want to go with something. Let's see. This one. No. I want to put it underneath the blue. This one is. Okay. So that gives me a spot too. I can go all the way, but no, I want it just like that. So I'm liking what that looks like. Let's flip it away. Again, I'm not doing anything until I know where everything is going to sit. Call me crazy, but I like going in pieces. Frame. See, I'm trying not to cover this. I'm working like on this side here. I think I want to actually put it, this is going down. So I want something that's going to cross this way. So when you have something going down and you have crossing, wherever those two lines cross, that's when your eye is going to go to. So I'm trying to make sure that the picture is what my eye is going to. Just playing with some stuff here. This one, little one. I kind of like this. Here brings all the colors. It has a little bit of that, curvature going. What do I have? I like here. This is Soul Sisters since forever, pretty much what they are. They join at the hip. I like this. I'm gonna keep adding my stuff this way. I'm gonna set to the side. So something that I like here. This is pretty much how I work my layout. Look something, I'm like, oh, this will look good here. So look at this circle. See, I cannot, no, I don't see much. Just looking at, this is from the embellishment kit. This is, I think it's like the journaling bit. I'm just gonna pull some stuff. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I'm gluing nothing. I'm just auditioning pieces right now. Okay, so once I'm happy with what it looks like, then I'll probably go and make it a final look. This one here is gonna camouflage that edge right there. Gonna require something else. So I'm working this way, and it's something that's gonna pull it that way. I'm just going through the papers. You might need to pull a piece of paper, just something that is going to, let me see, here. Get this from the embellishment kit. I don't like that. It seems I can pull it with that. It's too much. So let's see. Okay, I see some. Do some of that blue. put it here for now. And I could bring flowers and stuff like that, but I don't think it needs a lot of flowers in this case. I don't know. Like I said, this is as far as I thought about it. I don't know. I said it needs something coming this way. I know already that. I'm not telling addition pieces. Here. The kid is so generous. I'm trying to go through everything, like quickly scan it, and it's like, no. I don't know if it happens to you, but I'm like going like, oh, I like this and I like this and oh, maybe this will look pretty. And then by the time I'm done, I'm like, oh, but you see what I'm saying? It just needs to pull this one, you know, just needs to pull that way. So I'm, like I said, even though I said I don't want to use florals, I think I might have to go with the flower queen. I think so. So let me see. I have my florals here. And we might go and add something that is like really popping here. Some blue, some yellow, a little bit of green. That's kind of pulling this way. And I actually do the same over here. So move it a tiny little bit to the right. I want this to show and stay with those colors. This might not go here. Let's see. Some leaves that might work here. I want to hide these edges here. So I'm here. Okay, let me pull another little piece here. Oh, I folded, sorry. I like that better. So I think I'm going to, let me see, this, I don't like this one here. I need something that is going to contrast this nicely. So go with this. Again, not hiding the background, so I'm just working here. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna move this one here a bit. Like this, I have space for my title right here. So I'm liking this right now. See what else? For now, we're going to, that's what's working. So let's just move it to the side so I know where everything sits. And we're gonna start putting this together. So first things first, it's gonna sit right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue it. I'm gonna cut the edges. I just need half. Then ahead and glue it to the back here. I just want a little bit to show up. So this is going to sit right here. So let's go ahead and glue it. Gonna get actually some glue. Because I mixed media, it's gonna make it a little bit on the slippery side. And I'm gonna add my glue just to the center, not to the entire area, so that way that I can lift it up and I put things underneath. This thing seems to be clogged. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. See, go ahead. Fish it. I have my rulers on. I know I have it right here. I'm gonna try stick my practice sidekick. Move it a little bit more to the right at the edge. Okay, make sure it's straight. There we go. We're gonna need some foam adhesive, which is I forgot to bring. That's the beauty of working from home. It's like a step away. Go with the green one here. Careful, peel up my back. Which is over there. So I'm gonna put this one underneath the blue one. And it's why you don't glue all the way to the corner so you can tuck things underneath. Slide it. There we go. And I kind of move it a bit to the right. There we go. And stuck to my finger, of course. Open it. Once I'm happy what it looks like, secure it. The next one, move it a bit to the right. Remember, I'm going to put a cluster here, so it's okay if, like, we camouflage some of this. I'm going to put it underneath the pink card here. One second, just tucking it in, but the texture is getting holding on to some parts of it. So, okay, I don't want paper cut because I've done that before. Like, when you run your fingers at the edges of the cards, like to lift them up and then you get a paper cut, it's happened live. So it's not a pleasant thing to, see blood on your page. It's happened. Trust me. That's one of the reasons why you're gonna see that very few people that do live sections do not use red because it looks like you're bleeding on the paper. And it's not very pleasant. It's kind of scary sometimes. So I'm just gonna tuck it in, but for some reason it's not doing what I wanted to do. Ugh. When you're like, it doesn't do what you're asking it to do. What's happening? Here we go. It's there. Oh, I'm about to just lift it up and peel it completely because it's driving me insane to do this part. All right. It's sticking, and there we go. Okay, got it. There we go. Like I said, this flower is gonna camouflage that edge, so I'm not like stressing over it. This needs some foam adhesive. It's gonna camouflage that edge. Don't over stress of those things. I'm going to cut some of my other one. There we go. I want this one. Gonna go underneath here. Like that. I might add another flower after, but for now we're just going to start with like basics where everything is going to sit before we go continue. Thinking it's another flower. Here, I'm gonna actually tuck this underneath. Let's see. I want to kind of coming off from behind the car like that. With the other one. There we go. Right there. So get some tape, some foam adhesive, sorry. Mm. There you go. Want this one to go a little bit into the picture. So get some foam adhesive. And then how the little, oh, there we go. Play with this a bit. There we go. So we go ahead and cut this piece. Okay. We're getting there. And like I said, I started from scratch, so okay, I need something else, but I like it. So sister, I think I want to put it right here, or I can actually probably put it here. Just because I'm playing with this. I kind of like it better here. I'm gonna move this one a bit. Put this here. And move this one around a bit. You need something else here. I'm gonna put that one there. I like it right there. So see. And it's not that I'm going quiet. I'm just trying to get, my brain is already thinking of what's next. See that you can read the sentiment right there. I might add something at the bottom. I like this good vibes here. This is from the embellishment kit. Actually, I kind of like it very here. See? Yeah. It's okay if it's going off the page. Doesn't bother me. Okay. See what do we have? We have a heart here. Feel like comb. I don't know if it's too much. I think it's too much. Let's set it up for now. I need a title. That's gonna go right here. I'm gonna go back to the main kit. And I saw something here that I liked. So see, I'm going to make sure that it runs all through this line. So, here, filling. It's not like this life. So what I'm going to do to make sure that that's the one that I want to use is I'm going to move it up here. And I'm going to cut the paper, the plastic in this case, or the acetate. So this is the life story. Let's see what it looks like. I can put it there, or I can put it kind of like here. I'm just taking a look. I like it here. Okay. So this is going to fit right there. So I'm just going to peel it. And for now, I'm going to glue it outside of the camera. I might go and actually add a little bit of glue behind this, like once it's all finished. I won't change anything. I will still, in my life this, I don't change things. If I add anything, you'll see like, I add the final look into the Instagram, or you can find it in the groups page, but I tend not to change the look. Because then if you want to like, do something similar, then you know what it's going to sit. Everything, I just need to find the little dot. I'm gonna go with a little heart. I'm gonna pop this story. I want it right there. I'm gonna pop it. So once I'm done, I just go and add a little bit extra. And by extra, I mean I just glue it in place, like add extra tape, add extra glue, so everything holds in my page. So you see how like I'm trying to go along here. So I need to like kind of bulk this up a little bit more. So I'm gonna go and actually tag flowers a little bit underneath coming this way. So I need something that like a sentiment or something that's gonna sit there. Let's look at the main kit. Make the most of this. Our beauty is all around. That's what I'm playing with the blue here. Do like that. But I need something that's going to like hold my picture this way. So let's play with the florals again. So with something that has carefully, you're gonna see how easily it peels. Something a little smaller. Let's see. We do have some yellow. Go with a bit of yellow. This is going to sit here, on top of this. Move this a little bit higher. There we go. It needs some green. It needs something else. So we're going to look for another flower. Not big. I don't want something big. I want something smaller. Just because you gotta look at it's heavy here. You want it kind of like to die off. They just wanted to you kind of stretching it this way. So I'm just looking at here to see what I have small, and then instead I have to sorry, you hear the noise? Like I said, I have to close it. Okay. Noise avoided. Move it a little bit here. Kind of like this here. It's the time the kids are coming from school. So there's quite a bit of noise happening outside my door. I'm just finding something else. I need something else. So I'm just looking through my container here of embellishments. Pink. And I need to bulk this up. So what I'm going to do is just bring another flower. Maybe, let's see. Okay, it goes down here. Nope. But this is going to stay like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in place. This is going to stay here. I already know. That pink one is going to stay there too, so I'm going to glue it to the background. We're almost done. Oh yeah, we're perfect on time. Here, so we're going to go ahead and have another. To keep these like, from moving, I'm going to add a little bit of foam adhesive behind it to make it pop a little bit more. Much better. I think this yellow one has to be moved a bit. Just like that. I just think it needs something else here. So I don't know if I want to move my leaf here. Yeah. Here, I'm going to see how it changes. Perfect. I need something else there. We're going to move this one. Let's see, we're going to leave it to the side for now. I need something else here. So let's go at it. Pink. Yeah. Scrapbooking is a lot of auditioning pieces. So it's all about like audition. Does it look good here? Yeah, okay. Stick. Here we go. And it's another leaf or something coming out there. Last week, I think I cut one out. Let me see if I find a little bit of green. All of this, but then this good vibes piece is gonna go right here. Much better. I think it balances out these two here. Let's clean up. Let's take a look. Maybe clean up a bit here. It needs something just to elongate this. So I'm gonna go look for a butterfly or something here. I found it. This is from the embellishment kit. I'm gonna go right here. So let's add some foam adhesive behind it. Just because I wanted to kind of balance it part there. See? I like that. Just trying to see what else. I think I need like another leaf or something there. So I'm gonna go with like a feather here. Something else on here too. Let's look for one of those. Put this feather out. I can throw something here. Copy sticker. We'll find something else on here. It's colorful feather. And then this one has to be just move it a bit. No. Let's go back to the feather. And the leaf thingy that I had, where did I put the little branch? Okay, 2 seconds ago I used it. I don't know where I put it. I think it needs to go down here. That's what I'm just kind of looking at it. I need something that's going to connect this to the top. That's fine. It's not doing it for me. See, that's it. That's audition pieces. You need something going down too. Much better. You need something at the bottom. So take a look at this piece here. Yeah, it's that there. There we go. Enough. See what else we're gonna add. So I'm just looking at it. Everything is here. You have your frame. I think you need to add something here, just because you want to kind of pull your eye through everything. And my lines of journal most likely will go down here. I need to add something up here. You're just going to audition something before, like, we say goodbye because my page is pretty much done. I'm just going to try something because I think it needs it. I'm gonna go into my little. See, I don't like it. See, for something else. Yeah, I'm just looking at what I have. So, see, let me see, let me see. I don't know. I don't think I want to cover anything else. I kind of like what it looks like. I do. I don't think I'd add anything else. It needs something else here. That's what I'm. Let's go back into this. I like this here. Please stay for me, sweetie, because on my daughter's album. I like that. There's a journal. See? People need some enamel dots to finish the job. Here we go. We're gonna go with, I have blue. I'm gonna bring some blue here. Kind of follow the circles. Oh, it starts. There. I need to add a bit here. So let's go with this blue here and a little bit of this peachy tone here. I'm just following the circle here. Okay. I think I need to go with some over here. Let's go with 3. I need to go with the same thing. With this brownish one. Pink one down here. I'm just gonna accent the little curvature. So I'm just thinking, where else do I need it? I think I need it here. With this brown. A little bit of this pink. I need to bring blue. I know that much. This one for the little blue. Here, here, here. Gosh, looks fine. And then to finish this, I'm going to get into my stamp set. This is from the Project Life Kit. I have here. So like this, you feel like home. I am going to get my ink. And I want to stay like, I want it to be on the background, but I don't want it to be like, black or anything like that. I am going to go with the darkest tone here, which is, I'm trying to push this back inside. This is Persimmon. Let me see. Okay, the same thing down here. There we go. And that's about it. I'm not gonna add anything else. Enough. Know when to quit. Right now is a good time to quit. Here we go. And so clean up a bit, and then I'm gonna get it closer so you guys can see it. So there you go. I'm trying to see my camera that I can see, make sure that you guys can see it too. There you go. So you created your background, you masked everything. And we just use a brayer and the ink. It's right there. So you have everything square. So we just have the interest going here. I might even actually move this one. I never want to put it up here. No, on here. So there you go. I hope actually that gives you a little bit of like an idea for a project of your own. Like I said, simple mixed media. Simple mixed media is nice. It's simple. We just used a brayer, some ink. You're gonna need some masking tape for this. Just you cut your shapes and you create your background. But love how this turned out. So let me just turn the camera so I can say goodbye to you guys. Okay, see you again. See my hair's not. There we go. And yeah, my hair's a mess because I had it tied up. And I hope, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section here, or you can just tag me in the Facebook group and I'll come and help you. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't think I'll see you until next month. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and we'll see you with the September kids. So thank you guys for joining me. Bye guys.